In the world of machining, it's all about efficiency, right? Well, today, we're going to dive into a tool that's promising to completely shake things up. We're talking about a way to either get way better surface quality or just slash your cycle times. This is the multi-axis finisher, explained.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about why this is being called a revolution. Then we'll get into what this tool actually is. After that, we'll cover the big benefits, how to really get the most out of it, and finally, when it's the perfect choice for the job.
And let's be super clear right from the start, this isn't just some small incremental upgrade. The multi-axis finisher is a totally new way of thinking, a fundamental shift in how we approach the entire finishing process.
Hey, don't just take my word for it. This quote right here really sets the tone. I mean, that's a seriously bold claim, but by the end of this, you're going to see exactly why people are saying it. This is not just another tool in the box. It is a potential game changer.
Okay, with a claim that huge, we have to get really specific about what we're talking about. So let's break down the lingo and get right to the core of this technology.
The absolute key here is the tool's extremely large radius. That is the secret sauce. You see, unlike a regular ball end mill, this unique geometry gives you two incredible options. You can get a much better surface finish in the same amount of time, or you can get the same finish you're used to, but in way less time.
Now, you might have heard of these tools before, but under a different name. The industry has a few terms floating around. You'll hear barrel cutters, conical barrel mills, or circle segment cutters. Just know, they're all talking about the same awesome technology we're digging into today.
So these tools come in four main flavors: lens, taper, oval, and barrel. And each one has its pros and cons. The taper form, for instance, can often give you the biggest time savings. Why? Because its radius is part of a cone, which gives it this theoretically massive cutting edge. But here's the catch. It's the least flexible of the bunch. You have to get the tool angle exactly right to make it work.
So what does all this geometry and tech actually mean for you on the shop floor? Well, it all boils down to two simple but incredibly powerful benefits.
And this chart just lays it out perfectly. Look at this. With your standard ball end mill, you pretty much get what you get. But with a multi-axis finisher, you suddenly have a choice. You can either keep the same cycle time and walk away with a beautiful, near-perfect surface finish, or you can say, hey, my old finish was good enough, and get that same quality in a tiny fraction of the time. It is a total win-win.
So how do we actually put a number on that time savings? Well, that brings us to a really important term you've got to know if you're looking at these tools. It's called the benefit multiple.
The benefit multiple is basically a score that tells you how much time you can theoretically save, and it's all based on achieving the exact same cusp height as you would with a ball end mill. Just think of cusp height as those tiny little hills and valleys between passes. The smaller they are, the smoother the part. So this gives us a true apples-to-apples comparison of just how much more efficient these tools are.
Okay, so what does that look like in the real world? Well, imagine a tool that has a benefit multiple of 4x. This isn't just some made-up number. It represents a huge tangible jump in how much work you can get done.
And this is how that magic works. It's pretty simple, actually. First, you decide on your surface finish, same cusp height as before, but then, because of that huge radius on the tool, you can increase your step over, the distance between passes, by 400%. And the result? Your tool path is suddenly just a quarter of its original length. That's a 75% reduction in cycle time. I mean, that's just incredible.
Okay, so we know what it is, we know why it's so powerful. Now let's talk about how to actually use the thing. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty, the practical advice for machinists who want to put this tech to work. The number one rule, no matter which form you're using, is this. You want to engage the largest part of that radius out on the tool's edge. Think about it like a record spinning on a turntable. The center barely moves, right? That's zero surface speed, terrible for cutting. By tilting the tool, you get out to the edge where it's moving fastest. That's how you unlock its full potential.
Now, when you look at that lens form tool, a question probably pops into your head. It looks an awful lot like a high-feed end mill, doesn't it? So, can you use it for that?
And the short answer is, yeah, kinda. But, and this is a really big but, they are not interchangeable. Each tool is built for a specific job. A high-feed end mill is not going to give you great results for multi-axis finishing, and a lens form finisher is definitely not your first pick for a heavy roughing job. You got to use the right tool for the right task.
And that brings us to our final section, figuring out the perfect time and place to use these tools and what you actually need to have ready to go.
These tools are in their absolute happy place on wide-open surfaces and big, smooth contours. That's where they can really open up and let that huge radius do its work. Where you don't want to use them is on tiny, intricate features or in tight corners. For those jobs, your classic ball-end mill is still the king. Okay, here's the big question, maybe the elephant in the room. You've got the tool, you've got the machine, but what about the brains behind the operation? Do you need a special CAM package to program these things?
The answer is a definite yes. A few years ago, this was a major roadblock, but that's really changed. Early on, you had pioneers like Mastercam and Hypermill leading the charge, but today, pretty much all the major CAM providers have the specialized toolpaths you need to make these cutters sing.
When you put this on a timeline, you can really see how big a deal this is. For decades, we had traditional milling. Then high-efficiency milling, or HIM, came along, and that was a massive step up. And now, multi-axis finishing is the next big leap forward. A totally new technique that's only possible because of modern tool manufacturing and really smart software.
So if you walk away with just one thing from all this, let it be this. Multi-axis finishing is a whole new strategy. It's designed from the ground up for a huge boost in efficiency. It's that perfect marriage of advanced tool geometry and powerful CAM software working together to crush cycle times and create amazing surfaces.
And really, that just leaves us with one final thought. This technology isn't some far-off dream. It's here, it works, and it's getting easier to use every single day. So the only question left is your shop ready for it?